Now this problem is on page 46, is number 55, and we are measuring degrees of reading power, DRP. So there was a test administered to 44 students, and here are their scores. And they want us to do a histogram. So what do? I put them into list 1. So again, don't forget, we are going to press the button that says Stat, and then you can clear out this list. You can go up to the top, make this L1 dark, and press clear. It'll clear the whole list out. And put the new numbers in. I put 44 numbers in. Now, next, it was a little tricky because I had to really mess around with the window a fair amount to try to get a good-looking bar graph. So this is what I ended up with, just from playing around with these numbers. So 0 to 55, from the low score to the high score. Each bar had a range of 6, so it would go from, say, 12 to 18 and so forth and so on. And then the groups, 0 to 10. And like I said, I just kind of played around with these numbers until I got a graph that looked like what I was trying to get. And here's the bar graph. Now, they also wanted you to write a few sentences about what this bar graph tells you, and it's roughly symmetric. It's a little bit skewed to the left, maybe. Maybe not. I guess it's a little lower on the left, higher on the right. Anyway, middle looks like it's right here. What are these numbers? How can we tell what those numbers are? We can use trace. You're more than welcome to do this by hand, but I think it's also a good way for us to get started using these different functions, which we will be doing a lot in this calculator during this year. Okay, there's that one. Okay, on this one, this is an article from Popular Science, and they look at the length of the words being used. So 1-letter words, 3.6%. 7-letter words, 8.1%. And so they go through all the way up to 15-letter words, and all of these should add up to 100%. Unless there might be a few words that are over 15 letters, but I doubt it. So anyway, this one I probably would just go ahead and sketch the graph by hand. It might be a little easier to do that. So let's take a look at what that looks like. So if you want to describe this distribution, you would say, well, it's single-peaked, and it is skewed to the right, longer tail on the right side, and the middle looks to be right around somewhere between, 3 and 4-letter words, is maybe a little bit longer, maybe a 4 or 5-letter word, probably 4-letter word. Anyway, now, how does that compare to Shakespeare? So there was another question on page 52. Let's take a look at that one. So if you were to make a comparison in these two graphs, you would say, well, let's see, Shakespeare, there's more 3 and 4-letter words. See, we're up here at 25%. This is only at like 18%. And then it scales down. And also, in the Popular Science, there are more longer words. Look, a 10-letter word, that's like 4%. 10-letter word looks like it's like 2%. So anyway, that's how you might compare those two. Something along those lines.